What was your dream job when you were a child?
Wow. Well, I wanted to be a veterinarian. All the animals that I work with, it was always a natural fit for me. Love dogs, love teenagers. Those are the two things I love most in the world, dogs and young people. You know why? Because even with the worst dog or the worst young person, there's still something good in there, but you have to get close to find it, and there's always a chance of getting bit or hurt.
Right.
And so that's why I do it. I wanted to be a veterinarian. That didn't work out. Went into ministry full time, gave everything to God. And as it all came around, God let me use the thing I was passionate about to promote the thing that needed to be promoted. That was Him.
Right.
And so it was a good marriage. So I have vets I work with now, which are my heroes. But I just get to work with snakes and iguanas. Then I get to give them back to the zoo when I'm done.
Even your photographer, Dean Falcone.
Yeah, Dean Falcone and Patchy.
And Patchy, Dean is
Dean's about to become a full-blown vet.
I was going to say
Yep.
he's wrapping up.
Patchy's been a vet psychologist for years out of Rio. And these are people that I value, not just because of their access to animals, but because they're my friends.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of meetings together. Love these two.
They're good people. I was just talking to Dean the other night.
Oh, he's funny.
Did you have any bureaucracy bringing animals to Brazil? What other animals do you have besides snakes and iguanas?
Okay, well, I've never brought animals to Brazil because that's illegal.
Yes, so you have never brought animals from the U.S. into Brazil.
No, that is illegal. You can't do that. I happen to have veterinarians and friends in Brazil who have documentation and paperwork that allow me to use these animals legally to do what I do. And the bureaucracy side of it is you have to just follow the law and then do it accordingly.
So you have a set amount of people that will cover a certain amount of states.
Sure. And because of my relationship with Patricia, with Animas Encina, she has access to a whole network of people. If I'm going to Santa Catarina, I've got somebody. If I'm going to Recife, she can find somebody. If I'm going to Brasilia, and she would make a phone call and they would be waiting for me at the church. We would use the animals and then I would put them back in the box and say, ciao. And it worked out great.
That's usually the best way to do it.
The animals I use, obviously the snakes, the iguana, chameleons, a monkey, anything I can get my hands on, dog, cat, pig, I'll use anything. I have a message in everything, an eagle, a parrot, a toucan. I'm always good.
And the other question here, what other animals do you have besides snakes and iguanas?
Oh, what other animals do I have? Well, in my office, I've got 2 boa constrictors, big ones. One of them was a rescue. I have 6 tarantulas in my office that live above a cabinet. They're great. The big ones are all from Bahia, by the way. I have Brazilian tarantulas. No, I did not catch them there. I raised them here in the U.S. And one of them I've had for 21 years, and she's a monster.
How did God give you the strategy of preaching with animals?
That's another good question. I've been preaching with animals since I was in college. Since my early 20s, I had a giant python, and I would put it around my shoulders, and I would go out to the university, and I would use it. People would come, and I would explain the power of small things getting big. And the snake was always a hook. And I would explain it to them as the snake is moving around and squeezing me, and people would stand there because it's fascinating. That God gave me the strategy, and then with a couple of people I worked with in Brazil, Igor Siqueira being the main one who saw that and said, let's do it. That's how I met Patricia. And that's when the whole animal thing happened. And even now people say, oh, you're the guy with the snake. Don't even really know my name. Say, you're the snake preacher. Yes, I am.
So you've been doing the message of the snake of...
20 plus years.
Sheesh,
20 plus
Wow.
years.
Gosh.
And it works.
Yeah, no, it absolutely works.
It works.